I still remember the first time that we learned about empathy in elementary school.
Okay, class, today we're going to be learning about something very important. Empathy. Can anyone tell me what empathy is?
I know. It's when you feel bad for someone because they step on a Lego and now their soul left their body.
Actually, that's pretty close. Empathy means feeling what someone else feels. If your friend is sad, you feel a little sad too, even if nothing bad happened to you.
It's like when my dog ate my sock and I felt bad for the sock.
That's not exactly it, but
it's like when my cousin fell off his bike and I felt it in my butt somehow.
That's closer. Your brain kind of borrows other people's feelings so you can understand them better.
If borrowing people's feelings helps you understand them better, then Ryan has a real good understanding of my mechanical pencils.
Alright, boys, calm down.
Dirt.
Everyone focus. Everyone focus.
Ryan, you son of a...
Everyone? No. Empathy is good. It helps us care about each other and work together. That's why humans survive better in groups.
Okay, I get it now. So if humans had no empathy, then we would go to war with each other, invade each other's land, enslave each other, burn each other's books, ban each other from drinking the same water fountains, throw people into coliseums to fight lions for entertainment, commit literal witch hunts, make kids work in coal mines at Shein.com and at Temu, drop nukes, ignore entire groups of people just because they're different. And
Yes, you're right. History is not looking great for us, but that's why empathy is so important.
So you're saying humans have empathy and we still did all that?
Yes, imagine how bad it would have been without it.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
But wait, if we do have empathy, then why do people still do bad things? Shouldn't our brain just not let us?
Now that is where things get interesting.
That miraculous human ability to feel what someone else is feeling. It's never left me since elementary school. To step into people's shoes, even if those shoes are damp, uncomfortable, and 3 sizes too small. It's the glue of civilization, or at least it would be if humans actually used it consistently. Psychologists define empathy in 2 different flavors: cognitive empathy, where you understand someone's emotions, and affective empathy, where you actually feel them. Turns out, you can intellectually grasp that someone's suffering and still not care. Humanity's been perfecting that trick for millennia. Take the medieval witch trials, for instance. Oh no, she's drowning, how terrible. Anyway, at least now we know she wasn't a witch. Or colonizers, who must have had a real cognitive disconnect, somehow understanding indigenous people had complex cultures while simultaneously thinking, but what if we just take all their stuff anyways? Also, empathy turns out to be annoyingly selective. Studies show that we feel the strongest amount of empathy for people who look like us, talk like us, live near us, root for the same terrible sports teams as us. And the people on the other side of the stadium, they not like us, and they not like us. It's called the in-group bias, and it's the psychological equivalent of giving all your compassion to people in your tribe while treating everyone else like background NPCs. This bias has powered some of humanity's worst moments. Yeah, colonization, slavery, exploitation, all powered by the same mental loophole. If they're not like us, they don't really feel like us. Empathy off, conquest on. And before we get too smug about how much more enlightened we are today, let's not forget the modern innovations in selective empathy. Now, thanks to the miracle of the internet, you can scroll past footage of natural disasters, war zones, and humanitarian crises with the same detachment you reserve for skipping ads on YouTube. I mean, think about it. Back before social media, all you would hear about were the disasters in your local area, and they were so rare that they hit just 10 times harder. Nowadays, we hear about 30 disasters per day, and all of them just feel like another YouTube short that we can just scroll past. None of them really have any meaning anymore. We don't feel any need to help. This is such a phenomenon that psychologists even have a term for it: empathy fatigue. It turns out that caring is pretty exhausting. Your brain can only handle so much suffering before it quietly just hits the pause button. 1 minute, you're deeply moved by a heartbreaking story, and the next second you're scrolling for memes to cleanse the emotional palate. It's not that we lack empathy, we're just rationing it out. It's like some rare resource, and no, rare resources cannot be wasted on every single tragedy. Yet, for all our flaws, empathy is what makes us capable of incredible acts of courage and kindness. When we break through the tribal wiring, and we let ourselves care about people who look nothing like us, speak languages we don't understand, or live thousands of miles away, that's when we touch something really rare, something almost miraculous, and something undeniably human. The real question isn't whether or not humans have empathy, it's whether we're willing to use it when it's inconvenient, unprofitable, or uncomfortable. After all, empathy isn't just about sharing joy or pain, it's about understanding that someone else's story is just as real as your own story. even if they're wearing different shoes, even if you never want to walk a mile in them. And maybe, just maybe, if we got a little better at flexing that empathy muscle, we wouldn't need so many documentaries, history lessons, and cautionary tales reminding us what happens when we turn it off. That's all for this week, guys. See ya.